Item number SCP-57. The Daily Grind. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. Site-57 has been constructed to facilitate SCP-57 as relocation is not feasible. It is highly improbable that outside knowledge of the artifact exists based on the circumstances of its discovery, and thus security is of minimal concern. As such, no containment procedures are required other than the prevention of unauthorized access. All research will be delegated to Dr. Lewis and Dr. Walston, unless further specified. Due to the irretrievability of those placed within SCP-57, access will be granted with the approval of no fewer than 2 members of the O5. Description: SCP-57 is a subterranean chamber with an approximate cylindrical height of 3 meters in diameter and 18 meters high. Artifact is comprised of impenetrable slate-colored stone. Inside the chamber are dozens of parallel monoliths extending from floor to ceiling that slide in various directions while SCP-57 is active. SCP-57 was discovered several meters below during the construction of a secure containment enclosure for SCP. Consequently, SCP was assigned to alternate location at Site. An entrance to the chamber SCP-57 is located on the northeast side. When a human enters, the door shuts, and the walls inside the chamber move in such a way as to require the subject's constant attention to maintain a safe course through the artifact. The monoliths slowly open and close until the subject either surrenders or exhausts themselves, at which time SCP-57 crushes them and reverts to its original inactive state after a period of approximately 20 seconds. This process lasts only as long as the subject inside SCP-57 is alive and has proven to take days. Extended testing proposals to gauge the limits of the artifact have been discouraged. All tests on animals, machines, and cadavers have proven futile. Only a living human being inside is able to initiate the process. Incident Report 57-1. During the excavation of the artifact, a worker employed by the Foundation for the unearthing process entered the chamber without permission at roughly 12:57 a.m. Upon entering the artifact, the door slid shut, and a dull rumbling began to emanate from the chamber. Standard lockdown procedure was initiated, and all personnel in the vicinity were evacuated. A remote-operated vehicle, ROVE, was deployed in order to safely determine the cause of the event, and to gauge any possible threat of SCP-57. Aside from the rumbling noises produced during the event, no analogous effects outside the artifact were observed. At 4:32 a.m. of the following day, SCP-57 suddenly shut down and returned to its original state as the door shifted back into its open position. At 5:32 a.m., the area was declared safe and the excavation process was completed without further incident. The worker in question was never recovered. Experiment Log 57-1. A controlled experiment for the purpose of exploring the interior of SCP-57 was requested by Dr. Lewis and Dr. Walston and was approved shortly thereafter by the O5. D-1021 was equipped with a radio able to send and receive transmissions from the doctors. Upon entering the chamber, the artifact behaved as expected, with the door abruptly shutting behind D-1021. The following is a transcript of the communication between Dr. Lewis, Dr. Walston, and D-1021. Hey, you didn't tell me the door would close. Can it open again? This place is giving me the heebie-jeebies. Negative. Please proceed as advised and describe your surroundings. Well, okay. There's a bunch of stone columns in here, and they keep rearranging their position. D1021, what is your status? Damn column snuck up on me. They're moving around, arranging themselves so they... What is it? The columns behind me, they're closing up, and the ones ahead of me are spreading out. I don't like this. I can't see the door anymore. Stay calm. Move with the columns and you'll be fine. If I stand still, they'll crush me. I have to keep moving or they'll crush me. 17 seconds of silence. How long am I going to be in here? It'll be over soon. You're doing fine. Just keep moving. But what if I'm trapped in here? I'm trapped. They're going to crush me and... D1021. Listen, get a hold of yourself. The columns will eventually lead you to an exit. Please relax and continue. So there's an exit, thank God. I was scared there for a second that I'd never data expunged. Yep, keep it up. You'll be right as rain. You're doing a great job. You'll have no trouble making parole once this is over. The experiment continues without incident for another 41 minutes. At this point, D1021 becomes noticeably distressed again. I saw how big this place is from the outside. Am I going in a circle? Negative. Continue to proceed through the opening columns. You should find the exit. There is no fucking exit! You bastard son of a bitch trapped me in here, and now I'm fucking trapped! You're not trapped, D1021. Continue to the exit, or you'll be forced to... Forced to what? There's nothing you could do to me in here. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna die! D1021. Panicking will only exacerbate your situation. Focus. D1021 breaks into tears. He continues to cry for the next 2 hours as he makes his way through the columns and does not reply to any questions. Eventually the crying ceases. So this is it. I'm gonna die. I guess I'll just stop. Close my eyes. Maybe it won't be so bad. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. D1021 continues to repeat this for several minutes. Eventually he trails off and falls silent. D1021? D1021 stops in his tracks, breathing heavily but slowly. Faint sobbing is audible. D1021, proceed to the room as advised. D1021's gentle sobbing abruptly cuts off. Briefly, loud cracking and snapping sounds are heard before the transmission is lost. Strangely, D1021 did not report any sightings of the remains of the excavation worker lost in the events of 57-1. Accordingly, no efforts were made for the recovery of D1021's remains. As a result of this inconclusive data, reclassification of SCP-57 to illicit is pending. End of document.